I got habits I'm trying to fix. I'm in my 30s. We ain't perfect. Go for it though. Don't let anyone tell you ain't great or you want to be into. What kind of life is that, man?
Nah, facts. Go for it.
That's miserable.
Nah, go for it.
If you're miserable right now, it's okay. Don't be sad on yourself. One day at a time. Work towards it. Fix it. Put goals on paper, not in your head, and check off the boxes. It's that simple.
What up, world? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Cosign Conversations podcast. As you can see, we're not in Dallas. There is no Nipsey Hussle behind us. We're also not at the condo in Miami. We are at the House of Hits studio, the premier recording studio in Miami. I'm here with the CEO, the founder, the big boss, the head honcho, Vinny De Leon. How you doing, my G?
My God, all is blessed. Thank God.
Man, thank you for having us in your space.
Thanks for coming by, man. Pleasure to have you all over here.
For sure, super welcoming, which makes my first question is, I noticed everybody said welcome home. At first it threw me off, but I'm like, you know what, I am home. So why does your team say welcome home? What's that about?
I wanted to create something a little deeper than just a recording studio. You know, I think the most important part about recording is the vibe.
Okay.
You know, of course you need a great engineer, great producer, great songwriter, great art. That's all I know. Right. But the vibe, and to me, just that welcoming before you reach the studio, the welcome home, the comfort, you know, just the at ease, you know. I think it helps with the whole flow, the art, the vibe, the high-end structure that I try to create. Not just, you know, everyone's like, Vinny, put vending machines in your studio. Whatever you need, they're going to go get it. Full service. You don't see a vending machine at the Hilton, do you?
I do not.
But you know, you might. But you don't see it at the Ritz-Carlton. You get me?
I see what you're saying.
It's full service, you know, and there's recording studios, and I think there's House of Hits, humbly.
Man, this is also, you're really big on experience, right? So talk to us about that, because, you know, we go to recording studios, just like you said, you may see different things here, but this is a completely different vibe. I see the arts on the wall, you got like the basketball court, it's just a complete vibe. So we'll just talk about the experience, what made you want to create that aspect.
You know, I had a mini version of this before, the original House of Hits. It was just my condo in Midtown, but I had the great art on the walls. I had the whole place painted, like pictures hanging everywhere, the views, the cool modern furniture. And I'm like, how can I create this, but just on that, you know, that next level, that scale. And I just wanted every detail to be cool. And like going on Pinterest, you know, going on Instagram, screenshotting this, putting these 4 ideas together and telling my handyman, can you whip this up? Or saying, Chris, what cool ideas do you got for my ceilings? And, you know, just working with the best in order to make sure the vision comes out. And like, you know, you see the Bentleys, you see the Bentley design on the ceiling. I go for the moon, you know, with everything I do. Man,
this is amazing. And House of Hits, that's a big name to have. Like, what does it take to create a hit from your experience?
Is that gonna fuck it up?
Nah, you good.
Here, let's run that back. I'll put it on side. You start with that question again?
All right.
Do you usually run like a consistent episode, like all the way through?
I got you.
Okay, so my fault.
No, don't worry about it.
Go ahead.
All right, so we are at House of Hits, right? That's a big name to have, House of Hits.
Yeah.
From your experience, what makes a hit? What makes a hit record?
Great question. I think the people make hit records.
Okay.
Me and the creatives, they try to make hits all day. Every song's a hit to them. Right. But the people make it a hit. You know, I think you got to have your great production, your catchy hook, and the verses, they don't really matter too much. But the meat and potatoes, the beat and the chorus, it always makes a hit record.
Okay, we're gonna get back to music, but I want to get to know you.
Okay.
Right, so this is the cliche question.
Talk to me.
It's from Brown Sugar.
Okay.
But when did you fall in love with music?
Wow, I was 12 years old. I had this girl in my elementary school.
Always a girl.
Huh?
It's always a girl. Man.
Yeah, well, chill. This girl's sweet, man. She made music since she was a little girl, 3-4 years old. Okay. Did country music, and she was going to the studio to record songs. That guy always beating on my desk in elementary, and she's like, Vinny, why don't you come with me and do a verse? I'm like, what? Okay, cool. I went. I saw this mixing console, and like, I fell in love. I thought I was like, you know, people see spaceships, want to be astronauts. Yeah. But theirs was mine, you know, and I just, ever since that day, them knobs, and what did it do? How do you use it? I had a love for music.
And that was at 12?
Yeah, 12. And like, I've been doing it, 23 years now. And I think, you know, I've never lost the love for it. I only love it more.
Got you. Do you remember like that first co-sign, maybe that first person that you worked with, you realized this could be a dream, like I could make this a career?
Well, I was signed when I was 16 as an artist. Not many people know that. Okay. I did music for me before. And I just always knew I was meant for this. Like I used to take people's money at school on freestyles. I was first one signed out of $1 million when I was 16 out of a talent showcase. So first artist signed out of $1 million. So I put 2,000 people in the club before. A lot of people don't know these things about me as an artist. But when I moved to Miami, I said, let me just have a love for music. So I've been doing songwriting, mixing, recording. Now I'm a studio owner. Miami doesn't even know I make music, but that's soon to change.
Okay, but that was back in Chicago, right?
No, that was in Jacksonville, Florida. I left Chicago when I was 8 years old. Okay. Raised in Jacksonville, Florida. Went to school in Tallahassee, and I've been in Miami ever since.
So creating a studio is I would say it's a different type of business to be in. And the reason why I say that is because everybody can do it from their home. Right. So I kind of want to know, like, what made you want to pursue this, especially when everybody has a home studio. I think they said Drake has a home studio. He charged some absurd amount of number.
Yeah, well, Drake's home studio ain't no home studio. Let's get that understood.
For sure.
I started in the home.
Okay.
I had no vocal booth. I had an Apollo interface and a mic and a good preamp. I'm the missing ingredient. It's not what you use, it's how you use it. So anyone can make a song at home and catch a vibe. What you can't do is have 18-inch subs that you feel in your gut, right? Or have a workspace that isn't home where you're gonna actually be productive. Because I think working in the home studio is an area of comfort. Your home's supposed to be where you go unwind. Well, now you never separate the two. Where's work? I like going to work, and that's why I didn't pick a home. I know it's the house of hits. I had to be in a warehouse. It's just a mind thing. I thought that a little more through on that end.
Got you. It's just like a strategic way of doing business, because the way I think of it is as people want to save money, but really what they're doing is investing in the experience of making the music.
Well, keep in mind, that's a good question. I didn't open House of Hits to not have a home studio. I opened House of Hits for people like you to come interview me. Okay. Because you wouldn't come to my home. I opened House of Hits to open the back door into the music industry. The money was never the thing, or booking my rooms was never the thing. I was already popping. It was, well, they really take me serious. Now I got my shot. What am I going to do with it? It's on me, but it's bigger than, hey, I just want to open my rooms. House of Hits is, I need every label sending their artists here for records. I'm just not trusted on that end yet, so I have to be hourly. But as soon as that's trusted, House of Hits, there's going to be another studio that book hourly. You're going to send the big dogs here. It's a vision.
Why do you think that it's not trusted yet? What is this?
Well, because I'm known for what I'm great at right now. It's not. It's a time thing. It's a journey thing. Some people pop in 3 years. Some might take 17. Right? Well, I popped as a mixing engineer before studio.
Okay.
Right? And then I popped as, I was always the best recording and one of the best at like bringing out the best vocal take. I won't even call myself the best engineer. I'm a leader, and I think I'm great at bringing out greatness. I don't consider myself the best engineer. I have a love for music, and I'm letting that love take me wherever I land.
You said leader. That brought up this good question. Do you feel like leaders are born, or you was made a leader because you wanted to be one, or do you naturally have that within you?
Good question. Maybe I was born with it, or maybe I just learned it from my pops. Maybe I learned it from watching Bill Belichick and how he trains Tom Brady. I think it's a plethora of things. I was a great leader in high school. I'm a much better leader today. So I think it's like any other skill. Are you working at it? And it has to be a little bit natural, but I just want greatness out of everybody.
Got you. So you said you started off as a mixing engineer. You were great at that, right? Who gave you a first shot at that?
At mixing?
Yeah.
Man, I have no clue. Who gave me my first shot? It started off more as recording. Okay. People trusted me with recording, give them great rough mixes. They'll send it back to their engineer. It sounds identical, and I don't get my credits. So that's the story of an engineer on the come up. But it's part of the game. You know what I mean? I think in every industry you get fucked in the beginning. Like, which one don't you?
Yeah, facts.
It's part of the game. The strong survive.
Yeah, but you got an amazing resume.
Thanks.
220 times platinum, 10 times Grammy nominated. That's not no easy numbers to accomplish, man.
Yeah, I'm blessed, but I truly feel like, I'm 10 times Grammy nominated. The hell is that? I love it. I'm blessed. I'm grateful for where I'm at in my career, but I'm so hungry. And that's what separates me. I think I want it all. Like those are cool feats, but those are for mixing and mastering. And I have a love for that as well.
Okay.
But I'd love to be nominated for my artist one day, bringing home the Grammy, or a project I executive produce, and those are my real dreams. And sometimes you got to bridge the gap and pay the bills till you get where you want in life. And I'm just trying to find out that way.
Gotcha. So what are you most proud of now then?
That I'm living my dream. I love music. I don't work. I'd say that.
I feel you on that. This is not work because you love to do it.
I've never worked a day in my life.
So it's been music.
My whole life. Never had a regular job. Well, not live. Okay. I was serving hors d'oeuvres when I first came to Miami. I lasted 48 hours because I ate too many snacks.
Oh, man.
I thought this worked. I was young. I was like 21 years old, 22 years old.
Hey, but some people, wouldn't even say that. They were like, nah, I've always done this. So I salute you for being transparent.
I consider myself a realist. I try to be open and honest,
Yeah. Man,
thanks, though.
Nah, for real. So, people are big on names, man. I hate to be a name drop person, but we're in those days of age, right? So who was like the first celebrity co-sign you ever received? It could be for mixing and mastering. It could be for recording, producing. It could be for anything. But like that first.
So many records. The first.
Like early
I got a lot of recognition when I was in Tallahassee working with Lil Boy and T-Pain. Okay. Right when they were on the come up. Learned a lot from how to use the auto-tune in those day and ages, and they put me with my first real big clients like Yo Gotti and Field Mob at the time, and like just crazy. My journey's been crazy because those are like destinations where everyone goes to Tallahassee to perform because it's a college town, So it was cool. I was working with all the big dogs, and I say, one of my biggest, earliest client was Yo Gotti.
Yo Gotti?
Yeah.
Man, I was like working with Yo Gotti. I feel like he's like another person that's all about their business.
You know what? I didn't learn too much about him, but I learned he's a problem. He heard that beat 3 times, whole song done. And I've never been impressed like that. I've been impressed like that maybe from 2 other people.
Okay.
But it was impressive. It was quick. It was 17 minutes quick.
Finished record.
Well, at least wrote it in his head. Knew where he was going with it. Recorded it in probably another 12.
Dang.
Quick. Yeah. Some people say they're quick. I very rarely see that.
Yeah.
And he's probably been doing it how long? At the time, he'd probably been doing it 6-7 years. I'd say 8 years maybe. So he was already a veteran, but like these people come here, Vinny, I only need an hour, I'm gonna do 6 songs. You crazy as fuck.
Yeah, you lying.
Them songs ain't coming out, and if they do, they got 3 views on Spotify.
That's amazing you say that. So like, you work with unsigned talent, you work with already established artists. What do you see the difference in both when working with them? Is it like, are the unsigned more hungrier? Is it already established? They already know the process. What's the difference when working with both artists?
I say a lot of the unsigned artists don't know what it takes. It's like, I've been making music 2 years. Well, LeBron played basketball for 2 years. He's making it to the NBA?
Nah, it took him a while.
It's not possible.
Yeah.
Like, very few people make one song a hit. That's like winning the lotto. What it really takes is work ethic and persistence. Like, what if I would have gave up 7 years ago?
Right.
I'd already been doing it for what? 23 minus 7, 16 years. What the hell?
Yeah.
What if I would have gave up? But I stayed persistent. What if Rick Ross would have gave up? He stayed persistent. What if, there's a million examples of people who it took a long time to get where they wanted to go. Yeah. The persistence pays off. How bad do you want it?
So do you think, because we're in the music, especially hip hop, is in like an age culture, right? The older you are, you're not supposed to be doing this. Do you feel like there's like an age limit on pursuing music?
That's a good question. I got to keep it real with you. So I view this 2 sides.
Okay, talk to me.
If I'm signing you, there's an age limit.
Why?
Why? Because I'm a businessman and longevity is key.
Oh, okay. I see that.
Okay? Now, if you're an artist, if you do country music, you might be able to pop when you're 32. You do rap, I've seen people pop when they're 33. I think French Montana popped when he was old too.
I think Ross did too. Right?
Ross as well.
And 2 Chainz.
Yeah, 2 Chainz, that's another one. So, would I invest in someone 33? Maybe not. I might have to say no. Okay. But if I hear bars like 2 Chainz, I'll probably scoop them. But like at the same time, like if someone's 28, 29 and I'm investing in you, there's just not enough career for me. And that might be small-minded of me. I'm not saying that's the right or wrong answer. That's just how I view it.
Is that only, I feel like that really only applies to like hip hop, right? Because other industries, like you said, like country, man, like they're legends.
Maybe Ed Sheeran. How old was Ed Sheeran when he popped? I don't know. See, I don't know. I'm not too into all that. Right. But I just look at it from a business point. I'd want you to be younger. But hey, if you're 30 and you got a hit, you're okay. That doesn't, do you have the hit? Yeah. If you're 34, do you look 28? But do you have that hit? If you have the hit, I don't think age will ever be a factor. I just probably wouldn't want to. And if I heard the hit, I'd scoop you to a single deal. Why not?
Do you think albums in this day and age really still matter, or are you pushing singles?
Where the artists at?
They're 32.
Well, if you're a real artist, I want to hear your album. Okay. If you got a rap song that's cranked that Soulja Boy, I might probably want to just hear your single. No disrespect to Soulja Boy, but how many money he done made on his singles? It's just, I don't want to hear his album, really. And I fuck with Soulja Boy, but just got to keep it real at all times.
That is real. We're talking about music. So there's this stat I seen on Billboard that said, so Latin music revenue passes 1 billion.
Sheesh, I saw that.
1 billion. What do you think is next for the genre? Because Latin music.
Sounding more American.
What do you mean?
Being more international.
Okay.
Getting away from the Latin sounds and doing more what the American guys are doing because we're the biggest. You know, and I think that hybrid, that blend of the sauce that they bring with the American thing is the wave. You hear it with the traps coming back, Latin traps on a rise. You hear it with like Raul Alejandro. Yeah, you'll hear 2-3 dembow records or Latin influenced sounds, but you're hearing a lot of American-based production, and I think melodies too. So I think finding that good balance and not just giving you dembow if you're from DR, or you know, maybe you'll go out your comfort zone and do a Chris Brown record because some of these Latin guys can really sing, but they're doing watered down, maybe melodies just because that's what the people want to hear. So I think that blend and not being scared is the wave. They're killing it right now. They're making more money than the Americans. Some of them.
1 billion. Like,
you know?
Was Bad Bunny like the highest tour grossing artist?
She wasn't even close. Wasn't even close in America. Yeah. Now that's like Elvis of our time.
Nah, for sure. For sure.
He's the Michael Jackson of our time right now. Spanish or English, it don't matter. Bad Bunny's different.
So what do you think makes a mega artist like that? Like
It
him,
factor.
Drake?
It factor, that's it.
That's it.
I mean, yeah, I don't even understand Spanish. So I went to his first video shoot where I saw him. It was Crescia, Justin Quiles and Almighty and Bad Bunny. It's about 6 years ago. It was Bad Bunny, no clue who this guy is, bunch of lines in his head, a purple bandana, a purple scarf, and purple Pumas. I'll never forget this day. I looked at my twin brother, said, this motherfucker got it. The boy was rubbing himself. He just has it. I don't even care about the music. He's a superstar. Before I heard any song, he is the one. That's what it is. Like, think about everyone. Rihanna has it. Justin Bieber has it. Chris Brown has it.
For sure.
You know, even Machine Gun Kelly has it. They have that sauce. It's different. It's unique. It's fresh. I think the it's the difference.
So you can have the it, and then everything else can be constructed. Because a lot of these people
come see me at that point. Or there's 1,000 other me's. Go see one of these top end producers. Go see a Max Martin and watch what he does with you. You know, that's the GOAT.
I think that's what they did back in the day. Like, for somebody who had that it, they would put them with the songwriter. Like, they didn't write any of their songs, put somebody else produced and engineered it. So as long as you have like that sauce, it makes your stuff.
You need both. I said only it, but like Dua Lipa, for instance, she has the it. I mean, she's the definition of it. But they developed her. That wasn't back in the day. They really let her create 136 songs before they dropped one. You know, that took nuts. That took a lot of resources, time, money, and the right players, and the right belief, and the right team. You know, so are you willing to risk it?
But our labels even doing artist development these days.
They're coming back to it. This ain't COVID no more. How many social media stars they done signed? And guess how many tours they're doing off them? 0. It don't correlate. Right? So now they're gonna have no choice to, I would believe. I'm developing talent right now as we speak. My artist has recorded 236 songs in a year and 2 months and hasn't put out one song yet. And people say, Vinny, you don't do it like that. You're stupid.
Yeah.
We're about to see.
Let's talk about y'all. Who's your artist?
The first artist on my roster is Shamali. She's from Gainesville, 18-year-old singer-songwriter.
18-year-old, okay.
Yeah, she's special, man. She's like, you know, you hear these musicians, most of them are puppet. Most of them sing what people give them.
Right.
Or, hey, you got this record, do this one. You know, or you got the best writers in the world, let's do this. No, this girl's a real artist. You know, she has a story to tell. She is different. She's not making music maybe for me and you to ride to before we go to the club. Right. But she has an audience, and it's big, and it's different, it's fresh, and I'm excited to show the world.
How'd you discover or find her?
I didn't find her, I'm gonna be honest. My twin brother did.
Okay.
He sends me everything on Instagram.
Okay.
He's all over the gram, like looking for talent. He DMs me. We're new to the label side of things. Right now, like I said, I'm not trusted for that. Give me a couple of years, that will change. You know, he sent me this girl. I'm like, wow, she's super talented, beautiful. Yep. She has a decent following. Okay. Solid views on her covers. See if she has any originals. She sends me 2 of the worst quality I've ever heard. I'm like, wow, there's substance to this. Yeah. You wrote, let's fly you out to Miami and see what you can do. She flew, it was a great trip, but I'm like, mom's a little, I love you, mom. But like, no, for real, bro, it was like, damn, like my label's my 5-year goal. Okay. It wasn't now. And like, she came back 3 months after that. I told her to write more records, let's see where it goes. I was so blown away. I was like, what? Like, this can't be real life. Most talented humans ever walked through these doors. Hands down. I work with everyone, John Legend, Weeknd. This girl's here, bro. Like, I'm not saying that they might not be better writer than them at where she died in her career. Talent-wise, God-given abilities, it's not close. I just dropped 2 big names.
I don't like to pair people together, but if you had to say who would she be like, who's already out, who would you say?
Okay.
Who would you compare it to?
So it'd be a baby made with Adele, Mariah Carey, and Taylor Swift.
Adele, Mariah Carey, Taylor Swift.
Yeah, put them together. That's her.
Dang.
I shit you not. That's her.
That's serious. So what kind of subject matter do you think she's speaking to him right now?
Well, right now she's 18. She's young. She's learning life. She's a little social anxiety. He's typical. I spend a lot of time on the internet type of things and trying to figure out guys and wanting love and and I think normal 18-year-old young girls, young females will be her audience. And I think she could really touch them. Like the last concept was, I would take a time machine back to me before you. That's a bar.
Yeah.
This is a pop singer. So with R&B runs, that's why I said, but the world will see soon, and I hope they love her as much as I do. Time will tell. The people tell the hits, remember?
That's a whole caption. Yeah.
There you go.
You heard it here first though.
Yeah.
But, that's a caption.
Yeah. Free game.
What do you think about like artists who make records for captions? Because I know a lot of artists when they write, they're like, okay, I could see this as a quote.
I don't think you make a record for a caption. A bar is a bar, and you can take any bar from Drake's song as a caption. So I wouldn't say they write for captions. If you got bars and you're talented at what you do, just like that line said, here's another one from her. Even the moon got a dark side too. Like if you really think about it, these are bars from a female perspective, not a bar in, on some trap shit. This is some real life shit. Even the moon got a dark side too, and like that could be a caption.
Right.
But it's really not. It's a song. A bar is a bar.
No matter how.
Even if it's a bar from a poem.
Yeah, nah, for sure. I see that all the time.
Yeah.
For sure. To jump subject real quick, I know that you also transitioned, or you've been doing more of like the academy schooling?
No, not yet. I'm launching it. I'm about to launch that, yeah.
Okay, talk to us about that.
Yeah, man. So a lot of people are like, Vinny, you should do master classes, and I'm like, no, that's not, you can only learn something in a master class. I want to give you the whole game, right? Everything I've learned in my 23 years, I'm bundling it up in a package to where it's no master class.
Okay.
SAE and Full Sail. SAE, you got 29,000, School of Audio Engineering. Okay. Right? Full Sail, you got 90, it takes 9 months. And Full Sail, 90,000 takes 3 years.
Okay.
I want to give you a course that takes 3 weeks. And if you apply yourself 3 weeks after that, you're ready to earn $50,000 and above, if you apply yourself.
Okay.
I'm going to give you all the tools the school won't. They're going to teach you how to use this gear. They're going to teach you the definition of that threshold. I'm going to show you how to use that threshold. Big difference. They're going to teach you how to use the gear. I'm going to teach you how to retain the client. I'm going to teach you how to speak to your client, how to react in these environments. It's pressure. It's big pressure working with big names. It's not I get nervous, and I've been doing it 23 years. It's like a quarterback who throw up before his football games. Yeah. And some people can't help it. But that first snap comes, it's cool as a cucumber, right? Yeah. That shit's real. I'm going to show them how to deal with that. You might not be the best at this yet, but how do you make a client always work with you and no one else? I'm gonna show them those type of things. And these are things I learned along the 23 years that I did not create all of them. Right. I learned game here and I put it in my tool bag. I learned game here, but I'm not reinventing no wheel here. I'm not the one to say that. It's just how can we work smarter and not harder? And everything from how to copy and paste and use that mouse, I have thought, how do I do this faster and show people how to do it even faster? Like, how can they learn quickly? And I think me and my twin brother have found a way to when we package this, our price point will be a 15th of whatever theirs cost, and we're gonna give you something great. In exchange from that, now they're ready to work for my company. I can hire them the next day. It's a give and take on every aspect of the business.
Sound like what vertical integration? This you talking about?
I guess you could say. I'd say that.
You talking about pressure? I feel like not just the music, people deal with pressure all over in life, right? But dealing with pressures with celebrity, I feel like that's some added additional type of stress. Like, how do you prepare for like when like I got this big client? I know they're going to be on my ass about something. Like,
the last time I felt pressure was with Daddy Yankee. Okay. I'll be real with you. And I usually don't feel too much pressure nowadays because, like, I know they're just like me and you.
True.
They're just gifted, right? Like, when I told the story last interview we did that Daddy Yankee and Kanye West were my two favorites in the studio. It's not because the song they made. It's just the vibe they had while they created. The energy, the jumping up and down, how they feel. Dude almost looked half retarded dancing. That's how hard he feel it. Yeah. That's why his albums are going #1. And that's why they're the biggest. It's the feeling, it's real music, it's passion. And I think I share that love of music. And like, I believe in my greatness. So what's the point? They're just humans. So, I mean, but working with them and them being around me, doing business and having these talks is a little different than creating. right? The creation sometimes can be like that, but the vibe with those type of artists is usually easygoing. They know how to bring the best out of everyone else in the room, so it's not nerve-wracking.
Okay.
The ones that put that pressure, really, it's gonna be hard for them to create that hit. The vibe's gotta be right A to Z. If the engineer is feeling pressure or he just weak, you already know Kanye or D.Y. probably gonna say, let me get a new one. That ain't gonna happen here though.
Nah, for sure. So your guy that works here said Kanye was in the same studio that we're sitting in today.
Yeah.
For working on Donda. Was it Donda?
The new one. That's
Donda 2.
Donda 2.
Man, where was he at? Because I know some
He
Kanye.
was, Marilyn Manson was right there.
Let me see right here.
Yeah, Kanye was right here, here. We had Takeoff, Offset, Rich the Kid, Marilyn Manson, Tyler the Creator. Oh no, not Tyler the Creator. What's the guy's name? The tall one. Jack Harlow? No, not Jack. Jack Harlow was here. The crazy rapper that does makeup. He's off the wall with it. Yeah, Playboy Cardi. Bro, the whole industry was in here, bro. Literally 40 writers in this room. 40 artists, don't even call them writers. A-list artists writing on one song. Then the back room book. Then you might have Bori, Billy Walsh, all the other writers over there in that room. It was just crazy. It was epic. Whole industry was here. Khaled, The Game. I'm forgetting half the people, mind you.
Dang.
The whole industry was here.
If something like that, they just booked the whole...
Yeah, we had 11 security guards around the block. It was dumb.
Dang. Is that one of your most memorable moments of having this establishment?
That's one of them. Had some crazy times. I know the first week we opened, it was just me. I was trying to get some money, just pay some bills real quick. So I answered the phone. I won't even say the client's name.
Yeah, we've been here though.
They're from Detroit though, and they loose with it.
Okay.
Here comes the Sprinter van. It's just me in the parking lot. My engineer, I'm about to let him in. Got my one intern. Bruh, 4 motherfucking AKs hop out that Sprinter van. I said, bruh, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
It's my studio. Chill. I've been in some crazy situations, you know what I mean? And but I'd say the most memorable music-wise would be that night with Kanye. He was here for like a week. But that one night when we had like 83 A-listers in here in one night. It was literally, and like all social media, I can't go too in detail, but it was a wild night.
Dang.
Right? I don't have the platform they do just yet. When I do, it's changing because it's show business. They eat that shit up. What do you want, an engineer who ain't confident? Or a motherfucker who pulling up in the Lambo, diamonds, green face, Prezi? Which one you going with?
Nah, you want confidence. Image sells itself.
I steal everyone else's money just because of that. It's not that I'm better engineering. It's all that matters. You at this studio, you've never seen a fish tank in the studio.
Never seen
a studio this hard. And it doesn't make me the best studio, but it's the hardest looking one. Therefore, I'm the best by default. Image is everything. It doesn't even matter how it sounds, and they damn sure don't got better sound quality. I mean, that's what I'm Mr. Mix and Master for a reason. You know?
Did you name yourself that? Was that like a self-title?
You know what? It used to be a different name. My twin brother, I have an identical twin, Sergio, right? And he's been my biggest fan since I was 12. Like we would be 16 at cheerleading competitions, handing out CDs. Like we really wanted it. We had a dream for this. And actually next month, he's coming here to work full time.
Where's he at?
He does finance at Mercedes-Benz, but one of the smartest guys, you know, he does all sorts of businesses. What were we talking about again? I totally drew a blank. The marketing.
Yeah.
Well, no, what was it about? The name.
Yeah.
So it was, my name's Vinny De Leon, so they call me Vinny D. It was VinnyDengineer.com for like 4 years. Okay. But he made me change it for SEO purposes. And we became #1 in LA, New York, at pretty much every city for online mixing and mastering. Like he does all my marketing, PPC, SEO, and he tells me, Vinny, you see Target marketing their TVs, but they're the biggest brand in the world, still spending on marketing. You think we don't got to spend $0? He forces me to market, even though I'm crushing it. Right. We got to grow the brand. Like, right, he puts me on game right there. So he made me change the name, and I love it, Mr. Mix and Master, why not?
Nah, it does stand out because people are already going to assume you're the best and want to work with you. So salute to your brother for that marketing, Jam.
No, sure.
I like what he said about Target. That's one thing I try to tell all business owners. Like, Pepsi still runs commercials. You know what I'm saying? And
they're the biggest. They don't need to. They got to keep in the people's mind, keep reminding them, keep it on their toes, and you know, I guess that's what I learned from it. And me and my brother, hopefully, we're right. We're taking the chance.
No, definitely right. So what do you kind of do to stand out? I know we have the experience. You got definitely great sound, but just like we said earlier, to full circle, like there's studios that pop up everywhere. Like everywhere. But there's a reason why Rick Ross, Meek Mill, Daddy Yankee, Ye, all them come
Anyone could open a studio.
Right.
I took 23 years to find the qualities in the studio that give you the sound you hear on the radio.
What are some of those? that people don't know about?
Well, that I won't talk about.
Okay.
But what I can say is this. They open businesses. I understood sound before I ever opened a business. It's reverse engineered. I went to 3,000 studios before I ever opened mine and said, what do I not like about these studios? I hate those people who are always hanging out in the kitchen. There's 4 producers always on the couch making beats, and I'm paying $125 for this room? Absolutely not here. Right? My homies can't even come say, what up, Vinny? This is a place of business. Same to hang out. We making hits, or you're paying to make a hit. It's either or, and I had to approach that because you guys know you're here. It's easy to just chill. People love being here. People are always in a good mood being here, but you know, the house of hits. It ain't the house of chill.
Nah, I actually took, I mean, my spot's not like this, but I took a little small playbook. So in my loft, we record our podcast studio. I don't have a TV in the open room because that causes people to linger. They want to stay.
Exactly.
You know?
See, I'm on board with that. I had a PS5 here at first. Got things at home.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, people would just sitting there playing 2 hours after the session. Can't happen.
Exactly.
And everyone's like, you got no PS5? Why you got no PS5? You want to play games or get work done? Now, some people bring PS5s, will hook it up here, but I just couldn't have my staff doing that. We're trying to go for greatness.
Nah, that makes sense. And you said something that kind of reminds me of like interning before you get like a job. That's what it sounds like. Like if you want to be in the industry, like if you want to be in the music business, learn the game first before you open your own thing. Do you think artists should apply that method? Like maybe like shadow an artist or something or a manager to learn more about the business, because we go into it blind so much.
You know, there's no rule book to be, how do I make it to the NFL?
Right.
There's no pamphlet to how do I make it in the music industry. But if you want something, you're gonna figure it out. And if you want to learn something nowadays, go on YouTube. It's there.
Everything.
Like if you want to be an engineer, you can go on YouTube and learn. And you can learn 80% of it. The other 20, I mean, you got to apply yourself. You know, you got to want it. And people be like, oh, like today I had a meeting with one of my guys. I won't say no names. You know, oh, I'm looking for this and I want that. But do you really? Did you really apply yourself? Are you really going for it? Or are you've been going through the motions? Do you add value when you ask for a raise, or are you just asking for a raise? Right? What do you really bring to the table? And I know what I bring to the table. A lot of people don't know what it is they offer. It's knowing that. It's really having something valuable. I know, I talk like, oh, my product is just, but I don't say that. Go look at the Google reviews. Like, the curtain master drapes. It ain't just cap. Like, a lot of this music industry is just people talking shit. And then all bark, no bite. Right? Well, I don't want to be that guy. So right now I can only speak on, I'm pretty good at mixing and mastering. My studio's pretty dope. You know, it's doing pretty well. But, you know, hopefully 5 years from now, I'll be talking about a much different story.
How do you weed out all the BS? Like people that want to work for you, people that say they want greatness. But
greatness is shown within 24 hours of meeting somebody. Do they just say hello to clients different? Do they carry it? Vinny, is there anything I could do? Just when someone's got greatness in them. How they move? Do they wipe that table even when I don't ask them to?
They take initiative.
That little thing right there will show me that he's cut different. He opens the door for me. He won't allow me to put in my code. There's an intern here that won't allow me to put in the code. He just got a promotion at Lamborghini of Tampa. And I said, you know, you're not really ready as an engineer here, but you're my best employee I ever had. When there's a spot for you, I'm coming to get you. Right? I recognize talent. He has that. Not the best engineer. I don't know what he's going to be doing in 5 years from now, but he has greatness in him. I could just tell. He just an intern for me, Jose. I just can tell. Would you agree, Camilo? The dude got it. And he don't even do music. I ain't even talking about the music in it. I'd rather invest and put my efforts into a guy with that than a guy with talent all day, every day. They can learn that. But you can't replace that work ethic, that greatness, I'll go the extra mile. If the meeting's at 1, they're there at 12:30. That's greatness. No one told Kobe Bryant to stay after and shoot free throws, or Michael Jordan to put in the work he did, or LeBron James spent $1 million on his body, did they? They want greatness. I want greatness.
How do you replicate that for yourself? Like, how do you show for yourself?
You know, I only started showing up like the last 6 years of my life. I lived the dream beforehand when I was here. I'd work 3 days and party 4.
Gotcha.
I was living the Miami dream, young and dumb, you know what I mean? And I wake up now just like, damn, I'm blessed. Like, I get to go here and work. This is the room I work in every morning. This is where I'm coming, like, and to think, damn, everyone every day tells me, Vinny, you doing it. I feel like I ain't doing shit. I'm hungry. I'm so damn hungry. I really want this shit. And I'm gonna make sure if I do one thing, I might not be better than you at engineering, or better than you at songwriting, or better than you at executive producing. I'm gonna outwork you. I know you ain't outworking me. There's no fucking chance one human in this music industry is outworking me the last 5 years. Ain't happen. They could say they are. You might be Clive Davis and doing this 50 years or, and be a legend. And I respect and salute you. And I hope one day I could, I'll work for free for you, Clive. I'll quit all this to come with you for 6 months to learn that recipe. Hell, give me my joint venture. I'll bet you I'm the next Diddy. But not everyone wanted like that. I'm gonna prove it though. I'm not just one of them all for talks. I wanna do it all. I wanna mix my artist record. I wanna executive produce my artist record. I wanna give her the new words for the second verse. I wanna do her arrangements, her harmonies with her. And then I wanna tell her the way you walked in the room today, I didn't love it. Right? The way you carried yourself today is, you're not a barback. You're not a busser. You're not a plumber. You're a recording artist. You're a performer. You can't have bad days.
Not one.
Not when you're in the workplace. If you're at home with your mom and your sister, you act however you want. But when you're at the workplace, you have to learn this is a job. It's that cultivation. I want to be Bill Belichick to Tom Brady's only. I want championships.
I like that.
Yeah.
You're going to get it all.
I hope you're right.
But what is everything for you? What if you had a perfect plan, what is
everything for me is no one in my family got to work. I got three brothers, mom, my dad, my 2 aunts, and everyone else. I mean, I can't help the whole, but as long as they don't, that's really what I would love. Like, I already got the nominations, the plaques, this was really my dream. Okay. My dream as a kid was to have my own recording studio.
Check.
Now my dream's to be the next Diddy.
Let me ask you this. I salute Diddy. He's amazing. Why would you say the next Diddy?
Well, let's call it the next Simon Cowell.
Okay.
I want greatness. I want to be able to say, damn, One Direction made me 80 million in the last 2 years as well. And it's not about the money only with me. My money, I like nice things. I'm fancy. I ain't gonna count. I want the bread. I want every dollar of it. I want to be able to say, Pops, enjoy your life before it's too late. Don't be working till you're 70, 80 years old. You know what I'm saying? They did everything for me as a kid. I'd love to repay them. Well, you know what I mean? And that's really like what pushed me. Like, my twin brother's about to come work for me. Like, that's what motivates me. If we crush this shit together, bruh, it's the story that they've been waiting on, that we've dreamed about since we were kids. You don't think LeBron and Michael Jordan had dreams of being the best basketball player in the world? They achieved it. People little 6-year-olds write stories on them in school.
Exactly.
Why can't it be my brother?
It will be.
They said anything was possible, didn't they? We about to see.
I like the mentality. I love the mentality.
You gotta go for it, man. Like, so many people are timid and pussyfooted. And in the music industry, I learned being a nice guy, it ran through you. Everyone be like, Vinny, you can't stay 2 more hours, blah, blah, blah. Get the fuck out of that light. Like, they all will take everything, every inch they can get. So now it's like, I gotta be the biggest shark and do good business though. Take care of everyone, respect everybody. Treat everyone like they're Kanye or French Montana, and I will be successful. I try to tell that to my interns, my engineers, you gotta treat everyone this way. It's word of mouth is the best marketing you can ever have as an engineer. Because you come record a record, 30 people hear that record, or maybe 3,000. And your close ones are gonna say, where the fuck you did this? This shit sound different. If you really put your foot in it, and it sound like Drake's next single, they're gonna say, yo, where did you? Because they know them recordings from the hood just didn't sound like that. Well, who did this? Oh shit, and it only was $200? Damn, I could afford that too. That's why I'm like $2,000. I make money off the people trying to be Drake, not Drake. And everyone wants Drake as their client.
And then Drake ended up coming here anyway.
And then next thing you know, I helped the new Drake. I signed the new, and that's the real house of hits. It's all in-house. But we're not there yet. I'm a house of hits for good engineering and good recordings. And if you need mixing and mastering, I'm your guy. But other than that, we're trying to get those label services and those verticals in place.
I like you on that, man. Before I got 2 questions for you. I want to ask you. So we're all about like motivation, you know what I'm saying, inspiring. It doesn't matter what you want to be, right? And I feel like, man, you dropped so many gems already. I'm gonna ask for one more gem.
Come on.
Okay, I'm gonna ask for one more. So if somebody
said 2 questions, so I'll give you 2 more gems.
Okay, give me 2 gems though.
I'm just kidding.
But no, I really want you to talk to the person, man, right now who is timid. Because I know a lot of people who want more, who want to be great, but they ask for it. You know what I'm saying? They take their time. I mean, it's okay to be patient, but like if you want, I'm always say, if you want it, work for it. If you want it, go get it. So when you talk to that person, what would you say to that person that's timid, that's shy, who wants to be the best version of himself, whether it's music, business, real estate, I don't give a damn what it is.
You know, I had an intern that was here, and he'd walk down the hallway, slump, no haircuts, like just drip on 0. And I can't have that around me. So I pulled him to the side and said, bro, do you really want to have this type of energy and be like timid on saying hello to someone when they walk through the door? And like, how you gonna be great like that? oh, Vinny, well, I don't want to get my hair cut. I have this scar on my head and I got surgery 7 years ago. I got brain surgery. I said, so look, you got a second chance at life. You're going to allow this scar to make everything else suffer the rest of your life just because you got a scar? Or are you going to own that scar and be great? Like, that's you. I got a scar here. I was playing flag football. I got a concussion. Like, I'm not worried about my scar. We got to embrace it, because if not, we got one life to live. Your whole life done, because no, you got a second life. You are blessed. You're a chosen one. Called the barber right there, 150 in studio cut. That boy was a different human after that day. It's not about, it's just sometimes you need to be around the confidence. You need to be around that to feel it. Like, right? You got one life. One life. You do not get a second chance at this shit. You're gonna be introverted and no confidence your whole life? Why? Just because your parents might have been like that or your best friends like that? No. I'm talking about you. You get out what you put in life. How am I gonna be great if I'm introverted in the music industry? It's impossible. Right. You could be great and introverted if you're like Prince and stuff, but you could be ballsy enough to still get in front of 10,000 people and perform. You're just introverted, you ain't scared, but you gotta go for it in life. There ain't no time for that. And if you're one of those people, I feel bad for you. Sorry.
Nah, that's real.
Come on, you could change that shit right now. I don't give a fuck if you were timid and shy for 20 years of your life. It might not be easy, but work on it.
Yeah.
I got habits I'm trying to fix. I'm in my 30s. We ain't perfect. Go for it though. Don't let anyone tell you ain't great or you want to be introverted. What kind of life is that, man?
Nah, facts. Go for it.
That's miserable.
Nah, go for it.
If you're miserable right now, it's okay. Don't be sad on yourself. One day at a time. Work towards it. Fix it. Put goals on paper, not in your head, and check off the boxes. It's that simple.
That's great advice, man. That's great advice. Last question. Think really hard on this one. Who's one person that you co-sign that doesn't get their flowers that you really want to give some shine to right now?
Well, like on my team or artist?
It could be anybody.
My twin brother.
Okay.
He's the most important part of my success. He sells finance at Mercedes-Benz for AutoNation, #1 in the nation. Hates it.
I've been there.
But he's the best at what he does. That's the greatness I'm talking about. Like one of my best friends, he's a civil and environmental engineer major from Florida State. Didn't miss a single question on his SATs. When he first day he moved to Miami, he got an IT job in technology. Nothing but engineering. Now he's a % owner of the company, making $1.5 million a year. There's level. How bad do you want it? Yeah. He was willing to risk his 2 degrees for opportunity. Drop your sack, go for it, man. You got one chance.
Nah.
But I'd say for sure the biggest MVP is my brother. He don't get his flowers just because the work he does is behind the scenes, but without him, none of this is possible.
Now, shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you too for putting, making sure he get his flowers. A lot of people would take all the credit. Like,
and one other guy.
Okay.
I got to give flowers to Vinny Bandito. He's been here for his whole journey since the day one I moved to Miami.
Okay.
I met him on my first session ever in Miami. We've been working ever since, Vinny and Vinny. I'll put him up to bat with any producer in the game.
His producer?
Oh, he's that boy.
Okay. What's his IG?
Vinny Bandito.
Vinny Bandito.
And follow me too, Mr. Mix and Master.
Man, we're here at House of Hits, the House of Hits. You know what I'm saying? The best studio in South Florida.
One of the best, I'll be humble. I thought you were going to say United States. South Florida, you know what time it is.
In the U.S. I'm going to get that cosign.
No, but we're soon to expand, soon to be in a lot of cities. And soon, hopefully, I'll come to you in Houston.
Dallas.
Or Dallas.
I'm in Houston too.
Texas.
I'm in Houston too, though.
Well, let's do Houston and Dallas together.
Let's do it both.
How about that? House of Hits coming soon. Houston and Dallas.
Coming soon. Make sure y'all like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow House of Hits. Follow the Mix and Master.
Mr. Mix and Master and House of Hits Miami.
Yes, ASAP. We at Cosign them. Until next time, y'all take it easy.